Hello there. Welcome to the weekend edition of the Twins System Recap. Let's take a look at what went down Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. The Twins had another winning weekend, winning both Saturday and Sunday. A huge outburst on Saturday that featured a Byron Buxton grand slam. The Saints had a wild weekend. Walk-off wins on Friday and Saturday, and then an insane 11-inning game on Sunday, which I caught some of. Didn't catch the entire 11 innings in almost 4 hours, but was at CHS Field a little bit for that one on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the other fellow dads out there. But yeah, that was a crazy game. Saints trailed 5-1, then led 10-5, and lost 15-12. Pretty wacky game, and the Colonels were postponed on Sunday. There's your win-loss records for anybody interested. You can pause and review those, but let's move on to some news and notes. There weren't a lot of promotions like we usually use in this space or injury updates, so I thought maybe we'll take a look at the most notable guys in the IL just as a reminder of guys who are out, since we focus so much on these system recaps on guys who are playing well. This can kind of get lost in the shuffle a little bit. The Saints have Kalen Culpepper, Walker Jenkins, Henry Mendez, Manuel Rodriguez, Ricardo Olivar out. That's a pretty impressive crop of players, but again, Jenkins is among the guys on rehab assignment. The Wind Surge are missing Eli Jones, who was one of the better pitchers in the system until he went down. Matthew Dahlquist, Reed Mooring, James Ellwanger, Bruin Agbayani all out for the Muscles, guys from last year's draft class, as well as Eduardo Beltre is going to miss the whole season. But again, Jenkins is on rehab assignment, Charlie Soto's on rehab assignment, Adrian Bajorquez and Matt Barr are both on rehab assignment with the FCL Twins. Since I don't talk about the short season leagues, that's kind of gone under my radar a little bit. But Bajorquez has made 3 brief outings for the FCL Twins, and they've gone well. Matt Barr has made 4 rehab outings for the FCL Twins, and they've not gone as well. But just that he's pitching is a good sign. So let's move on to the 3 stars of Friday. The 3rd star, Alan Roden. He had a big game, was crushing the ball, 3 for 5 with a home run. Exit velos of 108.3, 105.4, and 103.6. 2 of those off of our old friend Randy Dobnak. 2nd star, Ryan Sprock, you're gonna see his name all 3 days. He had a big weekend. He's having a great run for Fort Myers. 3 for 3 with a double and 2 walks. So he reaches base 5 times in this game for Fort Myers. Just an on-base machine. He had 3 hard hit balls, maxing out at 106.3. And again, the threshold for hard hit balls is 95 plus miles per hour on the exit velo. So he's a 2nd star here on Friday. He's going to be an honorable mention on both Saturday and Sunday. He is 3rd in the Florida State League in average and 2nd in OBP, 5th in OPS in the league. This is despite him trying to pick up catching on top of that. So I'm sure a lot of his time is being spent developing as a catcher, beyond just working on hitting and all those other stuff. So he has some challenges that maybe not your usual player faces right now. So really impressive from Ryan Sprock. 1st star of the day, though, another catcher, Andrew Cossetti, who's been really, really good this month. 1 for 2 with a homer, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. So he reaches 4 times with a home run. Cossetti, though, on fire. 389 OBP, a 586 slugging. That's a 975 OPS as a catcher. He's always been a good OBP guy, though. A 367 career OBP and 319 career minor league games. So maybe Cossetti playing his way finally up to a promotion to St. Paul. Maybe there's some catching opportunity up at the top of the org right now with Jeffers out and Olivar, who we mentioned previously, out. So we'll see what happens there. Yes. I mixed it up. I mixed it up with the pictures and I threw myself off there. So there was Andrew Cossetti. Friday's honorable mentions. You see there, I'm not going to read through all of those, but do want to call out Ramiro Villanueva for Fort Myers. Topped out at 94.6 in this outing, goes 4 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, but 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts for him. And he doesn't have the best control so far. Missed all of last season, kind of getting the rust off right now, but a 4-seam slider changeup guy. He got 12 whiffs in this outing. But yeah, he's showing flashes. His overall numbers you might look at and kind of dismiss, but he's looked at. Walker Jenkins was also 2 for 3. Didn't get an honorable mention, but do want to call that out on Friday. 3 stars of Saturday. Third star is Sam Armstrong. Goes 5 innings, only gives up 1 run, 5 strikeouts. There's just not been that many 5-inning outings or above across the system this year. So that in itself is pretty notable for Sam Armstrong. He has a 2.74 ERA in June. So another guy who's maybe putting himself in the conversation of potentially reaching AAA as well. Matt Wallner, second star. He's been really hot for the Saints. 3 for 5 with 2 home runs. And even a stolen base for Matt Wallner in there. He had a walk-off single on Friday, 2 home runs on Saturday. I'm not going to claim that there's no... again, I'm considering everyone in the minors eligible for these, but I'm not going to claim there's any kind of adjustment because I'm putting Cody Morissette. That might be an eyebrow raiser, but he did have the walk-off single on Saturday, as well as a home run. 3 hard hit balls in this game, including that walk-off single, which was hit hard. Morissette picked up from the Miami org. They released him. So the Twins just signed him as a minor league free agent, a former second-round pick. So, I wonder if there was just kind of a conflict of philosophy or if they were trying to get him to do something that he wasn't really embracing or what the deal was there. But a nice pickup for the Twins org. Even if Cody Morissette only really can ever serve as AAA, depth, he's really smooth too. I'm not really sure. It's not like he's some kind of big time prospect or anything, but I'm not. It's kind of confusing to me why the Marlins would have just straight up cut him, and it's just been really nice bonus that the Saints just picked him up as a free agent. So nice addition to the org. There he is in his Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp hat. Cody Morissette, that's Miami's AAA team. But here are Saturday's honorable mentions. Again, not going to read through all of them, but do want to call out Henry Kuziak. 2 for 4 with a double for the Saints. Undrafted, 2 full seasons of indie ball, and here he is, a level down from the major leagues. He got his feet wet in Fort Myers after signing with the Twins and is contributing to the Saints, so it's been a short time, 11 games for him with the Saints this year. 754 OPS, though, so, certainly not dragging the team down or anything. He's playing some third and some second for the Saints. He's got a bunch of shortstop in his history, but probably not going to see him there a ton, especially in AAA. But just wanted to call him out. It's been a good story this year. Those indie ball guys are always great stories, but good to see them playing well. 3 stars of Sunday. Third star, Orlando Arcia. 2-homer game for him and a huge, just an insane, crazy scoring output for the Saints in that whole game. Moving on to the second star, though, Byron Chiriot. 4-hit game with a double and a home run for Fort Myers. He's got an 1143 OPS so far this month. Only 9 games for him, though, but a guy who's been in Fort Myers forever. First star, Alan Roden is back with a vengeance, baby. Hit a leadoff homer in this game. 4 for 6 with 2 homers was Alan Roden. So yeah, Roden and Arcia. Arcia actually hit his 2 home runs in the same inning, which is the first time anybody had ever done that with the Saints. How do you lose a game when you have 2 guys hit 2 home runs? Well, they ran out of pitchers. The Saints literally ran out of pitchers yesterday. They had to run out Tanner Schobel in the 11th inning because they had run out of pitchers. Schobel did have a 0 ERA in a couple appearances. So, I guess he is a two-way guy. He's a Shohei Ohtani. But his luck ran out, gave up a few runs in the top of the 11th, and the Saints lost. Tough loss. But Roden, 4 hard hit balls, the home run on a 92-mile-per-hour fastball against a lefty. So left on left. So that's a big deal for any lefty to show that they can do some damage off lefties, but I'm sure that felt good for Alan Roden. He also hit a home run. His second home run was on a changeup from former Saints great Dan Altavilla, who requested his release a little bit earlier this year. There is Alan Roden tearing it up once again, and you'll see challenging for the top of the star scoreboard despite all that missed time. Here are the honorable mentions for Sunday. I just want to talk about Henry Shavili because if you remember that name, he was one of the top international signings a couple of years ago for that class for the Twins as a hitter. And they already have given up on that, and he's pitching. Had a good outing for Fort Myers, 4 shutout innings with only 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks. He topped out at 92.8 in this outing, but He's more of a cutter guy. That's his primary pitch. So he doesn't throw a whole lot of four-seam fastballs, very cutter-heavy approach, but kind of another interesting story to keep note of. Also want to call out Luis Fragoso, who played third, which he's played third previously, but we haven't really seen him there much for Fort Myers. Played third and had the furthest tracked ball of the day in single A. His home run went 437 feet. So, yeah, he's a guy to keep an eye on. 19 years old, playing for Fort Myers. Anyway, updated scoreboard, Alan Roden. Alan Roden is a point off of the lead, really opening eyes in St. Paul. Hopefully he gets a chance with the Twins before long. Here's the June star scoreboard. We're winding down the month. Again, talked about Andrew Cossetti and how impressive he's been. Ryan Sprock has been so consistent, and then on down there. Why aren't there more pitchers? Why are we not talking about more pitchers? Well, the pitching has been bad. Take a look at these rankings. Saints 15 down to 20 teams in the International League. Win surge, 8th out of 10 teams in the Texas League. Colonels, 11th out of 12 teams in the Midwest League. The Mighty Muscles, though, these are in ERA rankings. Mighty Muscles are 3rd of 10, but they've been bad of late compared to, they got to such a great start. Some of their guys, a couple guys have gone down. They've had some promotions, so tough for them. But those numbers are entering Sunday, though, not including Sunday. So the Saints numbers are even worse. So keep that in mind. But that's why you don't see a lot of pitching. But thanks for being here. Thanks for checking this one out. Check out Limestone Pipeline on Patreon. Jamie Cameron reacted to that crazy story about the MLB trying to change the draft. So check that out. But thanks for checking this one out. We'll talk again soon.